Oh, do we? Is that the objective? We want to win? Okay. Okay. We will not beat them. Okay. 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 You ready for me to create it? Okay.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in for tonight's U.S. Cup game as the district takes on Team New York. We're 1-2 so far this season. Absolutely must have this one if we want to have any chance to make the playoffs. Here for Team USA or Team DC games as always. Ted Livermore. Ted, how you doing?
So fantastic, Justin. What could be better? Bear market. It'll be great. Can't wait to enact some tariffs on these motherfucking Ruskies.
Yeah, no question about it. Yeah, I checked my retirement account this morning, and then I'm just going to check it again tomorrow morning and just see how far it's dropped. I need to set the point on that and see if what's going to drop 5%, 10% all overnight. Who knows? It's going to be a fun little surprise tomorrow morning. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and create the game, we'll get started.
Alrighty. All right. We want 90 minutes. We want to choose sides and we want to invite not a friend, an acquaintance, and these Excelsior motherfuckers. All right. Well, Justin, I have done my due diligence. It's Thursday. I only have one more day of work to get through. And so your boy has had some wine and we're going to come up with some crazy genius plays here.
Really, some wine, not beer. Went with wine today.
I am getting so old that I don't know that beer is going to be a thing for me anymore. It's tough.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk to me about that. So beer, you can't drink beer anymore. Why
I mean,
not?
I can. I love it. It makes me feel not good afterwards.
Ah,
I don't know. So we got some wine, and then we have Spindrift seltzers, which I very much like.
okay.
These are good.
Those are hard seltzers.
They're 4%, so they're like medium seltzers,
Okay.
light seltzers.
All right. All right. That's something.
Yeah, the Spindrifts, I like them. They got a little fruit juice in them. They don't have the like the really chemically aftertaste. So
How does
recommend
Jen feel
those.
about them? Is she into the seltzer and wine thing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, you can't go wrong with it. It's just we had for a while a seltzer that was made with apple wine instead of because all seltzers for the most part are made with sugar. It's just like fermented sugar, so it's basically malt liquor that they put in, and that's why you get that disgusting chemically aftertaste. All right, here we go.
Middle Eastern Purge.
Neither. All right,
Not quite garbage.
I don't hate this.
This could be worse,
I don't
but
hate this.
that's a lot of ones and nothing good to use UN on. Yeah, regular old 442 CNS seems pretty easy,
Yeah,
right?
I think so. Yeah,
Go ahead
good.
and go ahead and lock that in. Okay, so we also don't get any good headlines for them.
All right, capture Nazis.
CNS is clear here, yeah.
All right, and then I'm assuming we're also going to want to do the play Korean War as soon as humanly possible.
That's what I like to do, but we also don't have a space card in this hand, so I would be open to taking South Korea and spacing
I
it,
mean, see what happens.
particularly. Yeah,
If they don't put any in there and we have the opportunity to do that,
excellent, excellent. All right, good. All right,
that's
now
not good.
I think we're going to be taking South Korea and spacing the war, unless they score Asia here. Yeah, that sucks. All right. Well, so what do you like here? I typically like getting into Pakistan anyway, even with Asia scored, or at least Afghanistan. Um, we could go something like, I mean, it's kind of full stop. What do you like here?
So France, I feel like I do want to prioritize, but if we're not going to dump three into France right now, the other problem we have here is we only got one three op, so blockade becomes an issue at some point. Um, so
Okay.
I we have to get out of Iran, I think.
You want to just do US, use the four right now, go take France immediately and go one Afghanistan?
I would say Malaysia actually,
Okay. So that they
because I
have to
think
take
that they'll
Thailand?
take Thailand and then we put, Olympics or whatever into Pakistan.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, so if we do three France, one Malaysia, and they coup Iran and get us out,
yeah,
we're putting a three into Thailand and then letting them coup at plus one?
no, I mean no. Um, all right, well, what do you like?
I was thinking. I mean, if you want to do the three France, sure, three France, one Afghanistan or Pakistan potentially.
Okay, you want to do that?
Just yeah, get us out of Iran.
Okay.
I kind of like. I think I like that better.
All right,
Or we
I
could ignore France and do something like
we could ignore France.
one Pakistan, one Malaysia. If we do that, they'll probably fill Thailand, and then we can get into India.
Yeah, okay, you want to do that?
Yeah, but they also could literally score Europe here on AR2. So
They could. mm, they could, and that's not great, but yeah, I don't like that possibility. But then I see then the problem with this is that we're just going like this is great if Asia's not scored.
yeah, let's go with your plan. Let's fill France and
All
go
right.
one Afghanistan. Is that all right with you?
One Afghanistan.
Or one Iraq or one Pakistan.
I don't mind one Pakistan. If they want to coup the shit out of it, we have the war.
All right, great. One Pakistan and three France. Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah. Do it. That was a lot of talk, but that's fine. We can play quickly later. I feel like that was an important decision. We are also, I think, just not going to play around blockade here in all likelihood.
Yeah,
So
I'm
we're
fine with
gonna.
that as well. I mean,
Now,
that's kind of
we may save. What do you want to do? Because we can't play UN. I
no.
think
I
we got
think
to
I
hold UN to AR6. We're
that
probably
would
going to hold UN and Romania to AR6, which is ugly.
yeah. They did go Austria, so they could have independent Reds, which I
That's true.
assume they'll play it now. If I'm them, I'd probably just put three in. Oh,
Okay, quick
there's
coup.
oh they're gonna coup Iran. Okay.
All right, well, that's unfortunate. That's a huge role for them. All right, well, we have to take presence in the Middle East.
Yes, clearly.
So, is it Lebanon?
Yes.
I mean, we could just go to Egypt. We could go one Lebanon, one Malaysia. I don't know
Mm,
I don't know what that accomplishes. It just forces them to take Thailand, which they're happy to do.
I don't hate two Egypt. Two Egypt. I'm gonna just go one Lebanon, one Pakistan. Um,
I think I'd rather, if we're going to do one in Asia, I'd rather do one in India. But like, are they really going to take Pakistan here? I guess maybe they would.
they might.
DEFCON's at four. They could coup it.
I mean,
No,
is
cooing
two
Pakistan makes a ton of sense if we don't go into Malaysia. If we go one Lebanon, one Pakistan, they will absolutely coup Pakistan so that we can't then coup Vietnam.
right? Right. Okay. So so I would say either two Egypt or one Lebanon, one Malaysia.
Um, I like one Lebanon and then one either Malaysia or India.
Okay. What's your preference on those two?
I think I like India.
Okay.
I don't think I want to force them to to fill Thailand because I'd love to get a coup in on Vietnam if we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
do
true.
this.
Okay.
Now, if they want to do something like, if they want to coup Pakistan now, okay, that's fine. We have the
We're
war.
in India
We
and
can
we have
get,
war.
we can go to Egypt.
I think they'll coup Lebanon.
Okay, well, if they do that, we're just going into Egypt.
Yeah, with what?
I mean, we could do it with Korean War, but we could go EU, Egypt, Malaysia. I don't know.
Mm. I did watch a Zimowit game recently where he was kind of in a similar situation and he events Korean War, he wins it, and then yeah, he put him in the Middle East instead. He got South Korea taken from him, but he eventually got it back.
We might see a three op here to Iraq, one Syria to take Middle East on if they have the scoring.
They want to do that.
If they want to coup Lebanon, fine, we'll just go into Egypt. I don't know. If I were them, I might coup Pakistan just so that I don't have to worry about Thailand. Worried about getting couped out of Vietnam. Or I would ignore what we just did and put the three into Thailand anyway and say, if you want to coup Thailand with it sitting at three and us under Vietnam and Asia scored, go nuts.
How about it? Yeah.
I think any of that is fine.
If they just place into Thailand, then I might say we event Korean War.
Yeah, I am fine with that.
Shall South Korea, hopefully.
Yeah, if they do something we don't have to respond to, I'm fine triggering Korean War right now.
Suez would actually be really nasty here.
I would have triggered Suez. I think I probably would have triggered Suez on AR1. Okay. Oh, they are going to coup. All right. Okay. Well, they would have cleaned us out if we just put another one in there. Okay, so now DEFCON's at three.
Now is our opportunity to coup, I think.
Okay, so do we want to coup? Do you want to coup Iran?
I think so. I think I might coup it with Romanian.
You want to just take a one op coup? Or do you want to trigger the war and have that be our mill ops?
Oh, so you don't coup? And you let her.
We could not coup and trigger IP war.
Yeah, I think my only concern with that is getting couped out of Lebanon.
Yeah.
Like I was just thinking about driving DEFCON down, um, but you're right. We can get our mill
Yeah. It
ups.
also gives up a VP.
It does, yes.
It protects Panama, I guess. Um, so we could take a one op coup. We could trigger the war here. We could trigger Korean War, and
Yeah,
if we win, great. We take
we
South
take
Korea.
it.
If we lose, we probably put one back in South
One
Korea, and
in
then we
South
could
Korea
one
and
in
one
one
in
Malaysia maybe.
Malaysia. Yeah.
Um,
Okay. All right. That I'm good with that plan.
that's not crazy. You okay with that?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
All right.
Okay, tough rolls so far. Personally, I think if we're gonna coup, I think we coup like we mean it. Use the three op. Maybe make a threat there. We could then use IP war to take Egypt. And obviously we are vulnerable to blockade, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what they do here. They'll probably just take Thailand. We could also use EEU to take South Korea. Then it's ours.
Mhm.
Scored regions do matter. Uh,
Full cast motherfucker, of course. The scored regions matter.
yeah.
Yeah, I think like and since they scored Asia and we're kind of in there, okay, well that's helpful.
Yeah, this will just be 3 Thailand.
No?
No, oh, that makes sense. We're not jamming Thailand. Okay. Fourth in France is nice. All right. Um, so what do we want to do here? You want to take? We could take a 3-op coup. We could take a 1-op coup, or we could get into Egypt. But now's probably the right time to coup.
Yeah, I agree. I think putting two in Egypt, I don't know,
They might just
we're not gonna have time to get to Libya,
yeah, they might just coup
and
that.
they might just coup it, and then yeah. So yeah, I kind of like cooing Iran with the EU, but um,
Yeah, I
we'll
mean
have
EU. We can if we get a 4 on it, at least empties it out, makes them immediately spend ops to fix it. Then we can get into Egypt. We're not giving up yet another VP.
right.
We can use IP war to take Egypt, presuming they don't have Nasser. But if they have Nasser, that we're fucked anyway. I'm fine with cooing like we mean it and hoping we don't see blockade.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. See, that's a problem for them.
Yeah, that's an issue for them.
What are the chances they have Middle East?
I don't think they would have. I think they would have just dumped Middle East, well, instead of cooing Pakistan.
In
Don't you?
Pakistan. Yeah.
I mean, I get that they didn't want to give us an opportunity to coup him out of Vietnam. That's all right. We got a puncher's chance in Asia here. When it comes back around, we need to score our Europe Dom.
Well, I think
Fuck. Well, that
well,
sucks regardless.
no, I mean doesn't though we put Romania into Iran now, right?
Yeah, I think that's fine. And then we're holding UN.
Yeah, and then we have a two op to break. I mean, they had to overprotect Thailand, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Um,
I had the
even
my
we
idea
could
was
break
to get
Egypt if we wanted to be a real dick.
yeah. Now I was thinking save UN in Romania and then we can get an extra card. But yeah, we need the 2-op for AR6 and we only need 1-op now. So yeah, go ahead and take Iran.
That's fine.
They will presumably take Libya and Syria. The other thing is, should we save IP war instead of UN? Because that gets us Milops next turn.
Yeah, I'm open to that. I
If we don't, only if we don't have a good 2-op play.
yeah. If they leave themselves open to us being able to break Egypt and make them presenceless, I would like to do that. Um,
Yeah, if they do something like 5-year plan or some kind of 3-op Libya and Thailand, then all of a sudden we can't. There's not a ton we can do with 2-ops.
yes, I agreed.
The nightmare scenario is they have a guilt-free 4 go 2 Libya, 1 Syria, 1 Thailand. That's what I
Yes,
do
that's
not want to
bad.
see. That would be very, very bad.
Keeping Iran here is very good. Also, to your point, like if we have a scenario, if if they put two in Libya, one in Thailand or something, then Pakistan will be naked
Yeah.
against the war.
Also gets us adjacency back to Iran because they presumably will coup it next turn.
Yeah,
Although they might
yeah,
coup
that's the other
Panama.
thing about keeping Iran means they'll crew in that instead of Panama, um, which I think I like if we can prevent.
I mean, now that we just gave them, I mean, this is a long think. They may have friggin' D-stall here right after we gave Romanian. But Romanian was the right play. And if they have D-stall, we can poke Egypt and try and get a big scoring off.
Mhm.
Not a great start. Not a great start.
No, if Europe comes next turn and we can score it, though, we're fine. It's just if it hangs out until turn 3, or Nightmare, it hangs out until turn 3 and they get 5-year plan with it.
Yeah, or Nightmare if they get sock govs and score Europe for their dom.
True.
Okay, well, that's that.
Okay. All right. So now I think we just play UN.
Yeah, so we could poke Thailand with IP war. But
Yeah, we could. I don't know how much that gets us.
it's not that great. Yeah, maybe we just put UN into Pakistan and call it good. Hold IP war, guarantee our mill ops for next turn. UN's not going to do anything next turn. Blockade's around.
Yeah.
I think we just
the
hope we
Sock
don't.
Doves is
Yeah.
really the card that we'd want to
Yeah.
UN. You all right? You like Pakistan over South Korea?
Oh, South Korea is interesting. But I guess I like Pakistan better just because the adjacency to Iran and they're about to coup it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's see Europe and De Gaulle or Europe and defectors, please. And not Middle East, if we could. Okay, we get some good stuff.
We got both of the 4s, which is very nice.
Okay, so Marshall's around. We get CIA containment. We get 5-year plan. Fidel. We don't get blockade, so I guess we got to hold De Gaulle for blockade.
Yeah.
Is this a containment? Are we containing here?
I thought about that, but it's like you don't. Fidel's a space card, right?
Well, if you contain, you hold Fidel for blockade.
And then you play De Gaulle.
But then
that gets
then you're
maxed
triggering De
out.
Gaulle. IP war is probably still an event. Then you got 2 4s. It's just a 3-op containment. That's not a great containment.
I think it's Purge.
I think it's Purge too. Yeah.
Right, because we want the millops, right, of this. So that's an event. To your point, we space or hold. This is fine. Yeah, you get get 1. Yeah, you get 3.
Yeah, because you're not going to hold Purge.
No, I mean we could potentially hold containment.
Yeah, I think I like that better. All right, yeah, let's purge him. Let's just purge him. It's fine. I mean, yeah, they're going to have good stuff, but we can fight them in early war regions at least. Nice. That's awesome.
Looking for defectors. They did not get it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I'm tempted to say we're back in it, but we were never out of it. We were just behind. We were just
but
behind.
That's what we wanted. We needed that. We
Yeah.
definitely needed that.
So now they may get a Middle East dom off, but we're not going to. But especially after the war, we're not going to be in terrible shape. We also are in good shape to just go ahead and take South Korea.
Yeah, we have a prioritization
There's
issue here.
there's a lot of countries to take, but with us holding the war, I like South Korea and
Yeah.
the Korean War gone. I think South Korea is number one.
Yep.
Iran is number one if they get us out of there.
Agree.
We need to go into Angola no matter what because we have to assume they have one of the big boys.
Yeah, our dream of holding containment might be optimistic, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, but I mean,
If we can, yeah.
we're going to space Fidel.
containment's-
We're going to trigger
Space
IP war. So that we just need to find time to use a 1-up. We also need to we're probably going to need to take Algeria. if we can, if we're gonna give De Gaulle.
You can't do all of these things.
Yeah, we can't do all these things. We definitely can't do all these things. I guess Asia is more important.
Angola with CIA is great, but I don't know. We might have a situation where we have to like put two in South Korea, one in Angola, or
Yeah,
something like that.
with them purged, like
That's true.
that's
They are
fine.
purged. Forgot about that.
Like if they want to use China to take South Korea right now, or like on AR2, like that's not the end of the world. But yeah, us getting South Korea would be big. We've got an uphill battle in Asia, but we can challenge them. All right, let's assume for a second that they coup Iran and miss. What do you want to do next? Obviously, one Angola. What else?
I might do 5-year plan one Angola, two South Korea. I could also be talked into one Angola, one South Korea, maybe one
With
Algeria
yeah,
with 5-year plan. We could also play nuclear test ban and just
let's. I like saving the four. I think two South Korea is fine. It's just going to be a one-op coup.
no, yeah, all right, great. Okay.
All right. I'm fine. So clearly one Angola, and I'm fine with two South Korea.
And then
Now,
we just say if you want to take Pakistan, you
yeah,
go for it.
they're going to decall or destall here, and then we'll get South Korea or Pakistan. We'll get whatever country we want because they're clearly going to decall or destall here. So yeah,
Okay.
yep, let's do this. They did not coup Iran, which I mean it was just a one-up coup, so
It was a
that
one-up coup.
Panama made more sense. Yeah.
Japan was better. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yeah. It does though. You're right. It kind of says to me that they don't have Middle East.
I mean, they had to think a long time about it, so maybe the fact that they had to think a long time about it says they do have it. But at this point, it's only going to be three. I don't think they're gonna want to fill Iraq here. Yep. So no surprise there. Okay. So is this just CIA Angola and call it good, or is it NTB Angola Algeria? This may
That
be
was
so NTB Angola South Korea to Algeria.
Yeah, I don't like just doing CIA here because they'll just happily put some shitty two up in here, right?
Yeah.
And then I mean, I guess then we're mm, I kind
Yes.
of like the one Angola, two Algeria, one South
Let's do
Korea.
that. Let's do that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, this is good. If they want to use Marshall and put Marshall into Algeria, awesome.
Think about it.
Okay, now we're getting a little low on ops because I think we agree we need to we're going to space Fidel.
Mhm.
We're going to trigger the war. We have to find time for a one op and then De Gaulle.
Has to be
We
our last. Has to be here 6.
well, I mean, if we're gonna hold, if I mean, if they blockade us, and we have to discard containment, that's
Yeah, I guess.
too bad. But it's not the end of the world. They
Yeah, I
also
guess.
probably
Well,
have destall here, and they'll just use that now, and they're not going to blockade us at all.
these all be.
It would be very annoying, but I think that's what we're going to see. Surprised they did not go into Indonesia. I feel like Indonesia is a better play than Angola with that fourth decall op. That Indonesia could be very important for country count in Asia. So do they have destall and Middle East?
Those seem like these all.
This also is not, although this is not a particularly difficult D-stall. Venezuela, Brazil, Chile,
Right.
and then either Mexico or Indonesia, or like this is a pretty easy D-stall. Also, you're taking three out of Romania.
And one, yeah,
Like
yeah,
normally, it's like, well, long think it's got to be D-stall,
right.
but this is a pretty easy D-stall if they have it.
If it's Middle East, you just play Middle East right now, right?
Yeah, if they don't have D-stall, I think I would just score Middle East here.
Yes, if they, yes. Okay, well, they thought about that for a long time. That's unfortunate, but could have been worse. Um,
So now I think we take our one-op play,
and
or
just
we
take
could
Algeria.
or we could trigger the war now because we know we want to do that.
We do know we want to do that. We could also space now. Um,
That's true. Maybe all right. I'm fine. I'm fine spacing. I'm fine
I don't.
spacing.
I think any of those three are good. I mean, taking Algeria, I don't think they're gonna put. I mean, they need a four op to fucking take
No,
it.
they're not going to contest Algeria. You're
Okay,
right.
so no rush there. I mean, we do have to event the war. Kind of want to wait on the war
So they don't fail
just
Pakistan after if we lose the war. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's space. That's fine.
all right.
Let's space Fidel. Now they may still have D-stall because we weren't going to do a Columbia play,
No,
so they very well may still have it.
yeah, that would make sense. That discussion. Honestly, I think scoring Middle East before D-stall probably makes a decent amount of sense.
Yeah, because we would probably go Columbia right away, and they'd have to defend it, and yeah.
Right.
But I okay. So we are holding. Our hope is to trigger De Gaulle on AR6, repair it, hold containment,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of stuff that contain, like
Yes.
literally everything that's left is
Yes.
containment friendly.
Except for Marshall.
Yeah. So containment's a nice hold. Um,
Yeah, I'd really, really, really like to hold containment. Only blockade, right?
they won't. Yeah. Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
so maybe they don't have it. Okay, that's a good play.
Smart
That's a very
play.
good
Okay.
play.
All right. Well, now do you want to trigger the war?
I think yeah.
I mean, we don't have to. Um, to your point earlier, I mean, we could play De Gaulle now. Um, I would rather give up De Gaulle to blockade
Yeah, me too.
and play containment for the
Yes.
three ops,
Yeah,
right?
I like triggering the war or playing the one
Okay.
op now.
Yeah, I think I like holding the one op, right? I mean, not that you
Yeah.
can do a whole lot with it, but like, who knows? I guess we could put one in Pakistan and then do it.
Now they're not going to respond to that. I don't. I think if we put one in Pakistan, it's not like they're going to load up Pakistan. I think
Yeah.
we trigger the war. They're naked. We hope we win it, and that solves all our problems. And if we lose it, we'll be sad. But I think that's our lives.
Okay. Six.
Okay, that's a large roll.
Yep. That was.
Okay, so that's a nice four VPs for us. And now they've got to take India if they want to take Asia Dom into next turn.
They can't take India.
Okay, Space NORAD makes sense. They hit. All
Okay.
right, now
Take
it's.
Angola, Indonesia.
Uh, I I guess I like Algeria a little
All
better.
right, Algeria. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine.
Unless they might have D-stall and might D-stall into Indonesia. I think let's just lock up Algeria.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If they want to de-stall into Indonesia, like, okay. I mean, it's no difference. Philippines and Malaysia are one up
yeah.
plays for us. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So the dream of holding containment is gone.
Makes me sad.
Okay, and De Gaulle back in the deck makes me sad, as you
Also
know.
makes
Okay, so if we'd gone Indonesia, three India here give us
yeah,
Asia
yeah,
Dom.
I know.
Did not consider that.
This doesn't do it, does it? Don't-
You want to do that? I mean,
No,
you like
look,
it.
man,
If we had China, I'm 100% on board.
you pay me to come up with crazy ideas, and that's what I'm doing.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I do.
Um, there's that. I mean, there's just taking India. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah. Take India. We don't need to get into Iraq, really. Beefing up Panama seems like a distant priority. We just saw De Gaulle, so I'm willing to risk not putting a fifth in France. I'm fine just taking India. I'm fine with it.
Okay, you'd rather do that than break and
If we do this and we draw Asia, like we're getting dumb. Unless they have the war. But if they have the war, we're fucked anyway, right? Like if we draw if the hope with the North
yeah,
Korea poke, since we don't have China, is we draw Asia, headline it, and score the dom in the headline.
yeah,
If we do this
yeah,
and we draw Asia, we're
yeah,
gonna get the dom.
yeah. Okay, all
Let's
right, I'm
do
good with
this.
this.
Yeah.
We got the VP. I'm very sad we couldn't hold. Okay,
Okay, they
Marshall,
got Duck
Independent
and
Reds,
defectors, which is
Truman,
annoying. They probably no, they didn't hold defectors. We got Marshall, we got Truman, we got Indy Reds, and we got Suez, and they
D-Stall.
got D-Stall, AI, Warsaw defectors, Duck. I would
Oh,
have much rather had their hand. Okay. God damn, I wish we had containment. Fuck me.
I know, right? Mm.
Okay, so
That's
they're gonna headline D-Stall, right? Because they have defectors.
yeah.
Are we headlining Marshall? I mean,
Don't want to.
what are we headlining other than Marshall? Is the probably Independent Reds? I guess we could headline Independent Reds.
Right, but to your point, they'll just pull all three out of Romania.
That's that's true because the stall triggers first. Yeah.
Right.
So
Independent Reds is good. Independent Reds is good if they don't headline D-Stall.
yeah,
Um, it actually creates real problems for them if they don't. So I don't think that that's a horrible gamble. Marshall, like, we just have no fucking ops if we
yeah. I mean,
headline
we're
Marshall.
just turning on with. So yeah, we're turning on NATO. I mean,
Turn
Marshall does get us a sixth in the UK and a fifth in France, which we're 100% giving Suez here, so we do get ops out of it.
hmm
That's not nothing. Turns on NATO, that's not nothing. I think it's Marshall.
Okay. All right. All right. Yep, that
I
makes sense.
it yeah,
Okay.
it's a waste, but I think it's Marshall.
Yeah. Okay.
Clear D stall, so yeah, Independent Reds would have done nothing.
And then Canada.
All three Meds in Canada, yeah, that's fine. I mean, Purge would have been just game losing there. Here, maybe we can space twice, although they'll definitely space Duck. If we can space both Decall and Fidel, that would be really
Yeah, we're
nice.
in good
But
position.
that's seems unlikely. So this will just be South America, and then they'll they'll coup Panama. I
No, they're
assume.
cool Angola.
Yeah, coup Angola.
I would put all four in South America if I were them, but
Asia. If they had Asia, they might have headlined it. Although U.S. Japan would have given us Dom, I guess. But yeah, we don't have the opposite to do anything. Jeez.
so space.
Ideally, we're spacing both those. Obviously,
Yeah.
decall first. We will hold Fidel and
Empty.
trigger the
Empty.
others. Marshall gives us some fuel to deal with Suez and SOC Govs. So maybe those aren't empty ARs.
But they're not particularly productive either.
They are not. They are not. We also have to decide if we want to overprotect Pakistan. Um,
Yeah, that's probably worth it. It's one up versus the three that we'd have to do in Japan.
yeah. I mean, if they took it, we'd have to take we'd just go Malaysia, Indonesia. Um,
Okay, but again, it's still one up
yeah.
versus.
Yes. All right, well, I am glad we held the war. I really wish we had continued with this hand. Damn.
I know. Containment would have been really nice.
But
But
not having to worry about blockade with this hand is also nice.
also nice.
Mexico and 3. Oh, they're going to do duck for ops.
I
Boy,
don't
I'm
like that.
surprised by that. They really wanted Mexico. But I will happily take my 3 VPs. Now, that probably they have AI War, so they will get their mill ops. But I will happily take my 3 VPs and keep Angola. That
Okay, one, two, three. Okay, so now we do independent reds. See now, hmm, independent reds, one Pakistan, one Indonesia. I think gives us dumb, right?
it does. It does.
I want a space too, but making them react to that, making them put like two in fucking Burma,
Yeah.
like that, I kind of like because so again, Justin, you know my philosophy here, which is anything we can do to make them not put ops in South America,
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
agree.
think is good. And independent reds is known. I fucked our hand up here, so now we
It's
don't know
fine.
what's. But Fidel decall socialists are unknown, and these are known.
Yeah.
Comic Con might also be.
Comic Con. No, Comic Con
That's
is
also
is unknown.
okay.
Yeah. Let's take the Asia Dom. Matter of fact, let's do it right now and stop thinking about it and make them maybe they think
Yeah.
we had Asia.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay.
They
Let's make
might
them do
they
this.
might the only reason I was hesitating is they might flip Angola, but I guess if they flip Angola, that's 3 ops not going into South America.
They want to flip. Why? 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 They can. That's just a perfect coup target.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't like that
Okay.
they have Mexico, but I like that we got 3 VPs and kept Angola. That seems like a great trade for us.
Yeah. And now they have to spend an AR inventing AI war.
Yep. And ideally, they spend an AR. I mean, if I were them, I would say, okay, well, if they have Asia, we're not preventing the Dom. So let's give up on it and focus on South America. We have to hope that they do something like take Afghanistan and Burma.
Sure, sure. But even if they ignore it, then whatever, we still have Asia Dom, and
Yep.
we just they want to fill this up, then we space, and I mean, our priorities here are taking Panama over protecting Angola and
Yep.
spacing.
Yep.
So and dealing with sock govs and Suez.
I wonder why. Maybe they drew something like NORAD.
And what though? And CIA?
If they had CIA, they would have just given it.
Right, but
I know. I saw Jordan's game earlier today, and he gave Duck for ops, and I really didn't like that he did that, but he did it because he wanted to space NORAD.
you can space NORAD and hold the other
Yeah,
one.
you can space one, hold the other. So that is not an issue. NATO is not a big deal, even with us triggering Marshall. NATO is whatever. Okay,
Weird.
that's a weird play. I mean, I just did it. I just did it the other day.
Worked
Did
quite
you?
well.
I'm very proud of that play. It worked very well for me in that situation. All right. From what I can understand, the only Soviet card that is unaccounted for and unspoken for is De Gaulle.
Yeah.
But okay, so they missed. That's good information for them, though. All right, so now I think we just have to space, right?
I think so too. Yeah, right. We have
Yeah.
to space. We have to do this.
Yeah, we got a space. Let's do it now.
Good.
Okay, we hit. That's nice. They will presumably space back.
No, let's change the factors. Okay. Well, unfortunate. All right. Well, now,
So now we have to give. Now we have to hold Fidel and give all the rest.
yes. So I
So
think we should get to Given
yeah. So I think we give Suez now.
and Suez, because to take one out of Israel if they do that.
Yes,
Oh,
because they will trigger the war. So
yeah.
yeah, let's Suez. They will probably just go to France to
Yeah,
UK, but
I would
whatever.
assume that as well. But,
So what are we doing here? We're overprotecting Angola. Do we want to take South Africa?
well, we need one. We have four ops basically, right?
Yeah.
One, two. We need. Well, I guess we only need. Oh, I guess. Yeah, I think we overprotect Angola with the one extra op here, right? We put prepare, make four, and then put
So
one more.
now the good news is they only have two ARs. They have to trigger AI war.
Yeah.
So they only have two ARs left to fill South America. So they got Warsaw, which will help. Yeah, and they didn't take out of Israel. Very
Okay. So
smart.
I think we just do this, right?
I think we need one. Yeah, this is
Or we
fine.
can also leave France at three.
No, I don't. I'd rather overprotect France. Do you want to leave Angola at 2 and say you want to flip? Go ahead and flip.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're not
I
going to
think
do
we want
that.
to overprotect it by the end of the turn, but do we have to do it now?
No, we just want Panama.
We could do this. We could do that in Panama. Yeah,
Okay, that's fine. No,
let's do that.
okay, that's fine.
If I were them, I would trigger the war here. Although
Yeah,
maybe
you
they
know what?
wouldn't because we could go Colombia.
Yeah, I was gonna say that maybe should have been Colombia.
No, because I would rather make them trigger the war than get a nice coup on Colombia, right?
Yeah,
Although if they coup Colombia, we could coup it back. But
right.
you know,
With what?
yeah,
Yes.
with what is the question?
Do you think we should think about that Colombia play though?
I'm all for the Colombia play if they trigger AI war here. Do we need to overprotect Asian battlegrounds because we're worried about a China jam? I mean, let's do the striker thing. SocGovs is one up. No, it's probably zero because I want France overprotected. De Gaulle's around and all kinds of other things. So SocGovs is an empty action round. So we have four ups. One Angola is a must. Okay, this will just be South America. No surprise.
All right. Well, now I think we play sock cups now.
Yeah, it's
Right.
fine. We don't have to respond to that. Is yeah. And then if yeah. Yeah, let's just give SocGovs. Should be, I assume, 2 France, 1 UK, but maybe it'll be something else.
But yeah, we have four ops. I think yes, we definitely want one in Angola.
Yep.
One in Colombia
Just repair
here.
that.
Not good.
Yep.
Um, One in Angola, one Colombia. What do we want to do with the other two? So this is like maybe we play Truman if we can next turn to overprotect Angola, and then we can do some breaking.
Yeah, taking South Africa could also be important. It is the decisive battleground in
Yeah, I
Africa.
guess you're right. We could do something. Yeah, like this.
Event, yep.
All right. So I think just Truman into Angola because that gives us the most flexibility.
I think that's fine. Yeah, they're not going to go into South Africa here. They want to fill
So they want to fill.
South America. Yeah, this is fine. Do this.
And then yeah, to your point, we can take South Africa and go Saharan states is good. Um,
Yeah, gives us a dom. We could go Colombia as well.
Colombia,
Get
Colombia
adjacency back
fighting
into Panama is not
Mexico.
nothing.
Yeah,
Saharan's
Colombia.
good. Yeah, Saharan's good. Gives us dom and adjacency to Nigeria for a flip.
Yeah, I mean we go Colombia, Saharan, and meh.
Yeah, our Asian battlegrounds are going to need to wait for their overprotection,
They are.
which
They're
is
going to need to wait.
unfortunate, but that is the world we live in. Okay, I'd rather be them at this point, I think, but we are. This is a very,
What?
very close game, and we're certainly in it.
We're gonna be
We're
up.
right in there.
We have VPs. We're gonna be up two VPs. We have two DOMs to their one.
Well, I mean, South America is their dom,
I know.
but
Look, man. Okay.
if we, but Africa could be our dom. Um,
All right. What do you want to do? Like, let's just assume that they put ops in South America. What do you
South Africa, I like taking South Africa,
Okay.
and then it's ops in a battleground,
Yeah.
and then I either like Colombia to get adjacency to Panama and presence in South America, or Saharan states to take dom in Africa and access to Nigeria. Gun to my head, I like Saharan a little better, but I do not feel strongly.
Okay. I like Saharan better as well. It does leave Panama out there on a nasty island, but we do have Fidel.
Yeah, we're not triggering Fidel unless we get a horrific hand. Next turn, Mexico's realignable. I don't know if they draw Central next turn. I would imagine they would be fine letting it go at even, and then and cooing Africa. Like, I don't think they would with. I don't know. I don't know. What do you like? Do you like Colombia better?
No, I like Saharan states better.
What I need to see is not 5-year plan Europe. Ooh,
Okay,
containment.
well, I mean, I would have preferred to have that in my hand, but weird.
Okay.
Mexico. That I don't agree with that at all.
What did they do? They overprotected.
Mexico.
Very worried about VOA. Okay,
That's,
well, if we draw VOA, then we'll.
yeah, but okay, but the control situation.
Yeah, that's 5 VPs potentially if we get the scoring.
Yeah. All right. So I think then we can do everything.
Yeah,
we
I think
want.
it's both. I think it's
Do
this.
that. Yeah.
That seems good to me. And then they'll just go ahead and draw Che next turn. So yeah, I think this is good.
Okay, hold on. We could break Egypt, stop their Middle East dom. It's a dot. Breaking anything in Asia doesn't really help us. You could double break Mexico. That seems silly.
No, that's dumb.
Okay.
I like the South Africa. I like South Africa. Question is, do we want to do something other than Sahara? I like breaking Egypt. Okay, not bad.
No. I think this is the right play. I just want to talk through
Yeah.
because this also, I mean, this is a lot of VPs
Yeah.
at least on the board, right? Doing it this way.
Yeah, if we can get South America and headline it next turn for 3, like
Right,
that would be
stoked.
theft. I like this. I like this.
right.
We need to take Southeast Asian countries. We need to overprotect our Asian battlegrounds. Probably need to take Burma to protect from the stupid war. But this, I
I'll be
think,
right back.
yep. You got to turn off these announcements.
No, I like the announcements. I like the Russian guy yelling. Okay. Asia's good, I think.
If they headline IP war, do they get Dom? Yeah, they do.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're not gonna headline. I mean, honestly, nuclear subs.
Nuclear subs is good, but what about how I learned to just lower DEF CON, get us mill ops, which we otherwise can't get, deny the coup, and then nuke subs.
Ugh. Um,
Like protecting, I like protecting Angola.
so we have Che, which I guess we don't have to give up. We hold Che,
Yeah, we're
right?
spacing Fidel, holding Che.
Yeah. Okay. Um, okay, so we headline How I Learned.
I'm just thinking how I learned to protect Angola and maintain our position in Africa. That's all.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Then we can drop Asia AR1 if they don't stop Asia Dom.
Mhm.
If they do stop Asia Dom,
We have time to do
we can
stuff.
take Malaysia, Philippines, all that stuff.
Taiwan, also Formosan's active.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
I can't. I don't want to risk Asia with IP war out there.
No, 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 no. I was not suggesting that. No, no, no. Definitely not. Definitely not. I'm just saying that like right now we have a Dom and we
Yes, it's
should.
good to get the scoring. Yes, I agree. Okay, all right.
Okay, all right. How I learned?
Let's how I learned.
Fine.
Should have broken Egypt.
All right, we're doing two here, yeah.
Yeah, definitely too.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that that was a good play. It was something that came to my mind. Um,
Right. I mean, that's fine. That's three
oh no,
VPs.
no, I
They got
agree.
Nasser turn one, and
Could
we
absolutely be
gave up
worse.
two Doms. That's not the end of the world. That could have been a lot worse.
No, no, could have been worse.
Now we just have to hope that we can get. We don't see a big event in Asia here. That is what we need to not see. And by a big event, I really only mean IP war.
Yep, yep. And they have to roll 5 or 6.
They might take Argentina before they would trigger IP war anyway.
Yeah,
Or
and if
they're going to want to overprotect Nigeria as well. Even though we don't have a 3 op to take it with, but
we have
oh, thank God. That would have been ugly.
no, we
Okay, I don't care about that at all. Let's just score, right? Do you want or do you want a coup? What do you like?
Hmm. I mean, Africa. The one stab is worth 3 VP. For me, I might coup back with Summit.
Okay, we need a 3
Yeah, you
to
do.
do
I
anything.
mean, we don't access any one stabs.
Um,
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
how
Yeah.
worried are you about IP war? Is the question. Like,
I'm not.
okay, then if you're not, then IP wars. I mean, IP war is really the only way they're stopping Asia Dom, barring a China jam. But a China jam, we have a 4 op to fix.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing is if we let that go, that makes Che more givable.
Oh yes, 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 yes. Yeah. No, it does.
Obviously, we don't want them to just get out of Africa for one. But let's say we coup with Summit and hit, and they coup back.
Then we're in the same
Then
position
we're
we
in the
were.
same. They're in the same boat, and I think we want to trigger
Okay.
nuke subs, right? I think we want to use
Yeah.
Summit for a battleground coup in Africa.
All right. So we score Asia, then we trigger nuke subs, and
Yeah,
then we go at it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming they do not have Africa scoring and dump. If they have Africa scoring, they'll dump it right here. If they don't have
Yeah, but that's
Africa,
fine. Then
yeah,
I
yeah,
coup then I trigger nuclear subs and I coup
yeah,
South America with
yeah,
NATO.
yeah. All right. Look, I want my 5 EPs on the board. Let's get them.
All right.
Yeah, I think I would rather have Summit for a coup in Africa under nuke subs.
Yeah, no, that's very reasonable. Very, very reasonable.
This should be an immediate Africa dump if they have it.
Should. A coup of Colombia is really valuable for them too.
I would love to see a coup of Colombia. That we just give Che immediately. Okay, Nixon, Nixon, Nixon. And then we got Brezhnev.
How worth it do you think Nixon is for the event here?
I'd rather use it for a two-op coup in Africa, to be perfectly honest with you. But I'm open to it. We just scored Asia. Like, are they how I don't know. I'm open. I think we should event nuke subs next AR. Um,
Yeah, I think that's right. Especially if they don't score, they don't score here. Because if they have South America, you just fill Argentina, right? And you,
yes, if they have South America, they're scoring their control. If they coup Colombia here, I think we give Che and coup it back.
hmm Yeah, or well, but if I have South America and I'm them, I just fill Argentina
Yeah,
and I just take and try to get my 8, right?
yeah. I don't think you need to bother with Colombia now. Presenceless Dom with Colombia is still 8, but yes,
Sure, but
Argentina's
why?
better. Yes, they don't
Why?
need to unless they have are also have brush and we're gonna hit
Yeah,
Panama with it. I think if we event nuke subs, we could see a coup of Colombia and then a jam of Panama. But that, again, that frees up Che, so I'm fine with it.
yeah. I guess what I'm saying, if they coup Colombia, do you want to play Che immediately, or do you just trigger nuclear subs then?
That's true. Che's not going to get any less free
Right.
unless they give us the
Play puppets.
PCR alliance. Okay, we're gonna take Burma. Do we have to take that Burma play is weird. Right after we scored Asia. Do we want to take Malaysia, Philippines in response?
No, I want to still trigger nuclear subs.
Okay, so we'll give up the two V. If they have Southeast Asia, we'll give up the two VPs because cooing is more valuable.
Damn. Right? I mean,
Yeah, no, you're
what do
right.
you?
You're right.
Because I. So here's the thing: is like, what do you want to do with NATO?
I would like to take a big coup in South America potentially,
Right. 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 So then
or
you
we could
want to
even
put.
coup Mexico with it because we only need to get them out.
Yeah, that's true too.
Um, I-
We could, yeah, sure. I mean, I don't hate using. You played Nixon, right? You
yeah, it
take
would be
these
it would be
two,
Nixon to take those, but then nuke sub. So you got Summit, NATO.
you know, Brezhnev and
Yeah.
Che.
Oh, the other thing is we have to space this turn. We should probably do that before triggering nuke subs, right?
Okay.
Because we don't want because if we trigger nuke subs, they're going to start trying to bully us places, and we don't want to have to stop in space. So should we maybe just space Fidel first before we trigger nuke subs?
Yeah, I mean, they're probably going to drop 4 of Southeast Asia on us, but I think that's probably fine.
So okay, so we could do Nixon, then space Fidel, then nuke subs. Then that gives us 3 ARs to coup with NATO, Summit, and Brezhnev.
Would rather, I think that nuke subs is better earlier in the turn because I think it makes them play inefficiently.
Okay, all right, that's fine. So you're talking about yeah, that's fine. So but the question is, do you want to take the two? Do you want to? If they had Southeast Asia, I would have just scored it right there rather than spending two to take
Yeah,
one.
I fuck that, right?
That's
If
a
they took
weird play.
I don't care. I don't care. It's one VP they took. So let's ignore that. Let's ignore Southeast Asia.
All right, then that's fine. Let's trigger nuke subs right now and see if they
Okay, well, I'm
panic.
also open to spacing. If you want to space, that makes sense to me.
Well, where can they bully us with nuke subs? They can jam Algeria, but whatever, we're cooing Africa. Our Europe is overprotected, which is key.
Middle East is scored or Europe's overprotected. Nowhere. We
We're
can
not all
coup
that
here,
bullyable.
and then no, we're not.
All right, fine. Let's trigger nuke subs. Let's trigger nuke subs. Let's do it. Scare them.
Yeah, buddy.
Maybe they'll panic and do something stupid. Burma play was weird. I mean, I guess. I mean, stops us from taking it and protecting it from IP war. But I mean, we just scored Asia. Why do they need Burma? The other thing is what else are they going to do with their ops? They could take more African
They
non-battlegrounds.
should
They could overprotect
overprotect the
Nigeria.
South America. They should overprotect the South American battlegrounds. That's what they should do.
Yeah, they could take Iraq to shut us off there.
Oh no, they're gonna put 1 and 1 here, and then 1 in Cameroon. They're gonna go 3 op. They're gonna go 1 in Cameroon, 1 in Brazil, 1 in Argentina.
Yeah, which is fine. If they want to overprotect South America, we'll just take our coups in Africa and hope that we can get big points there later.
Yeah, okay. So if they don't overprotect, do you want to take the 4 op coup of one of these two? Now? I feel like that never works.
No, I don't want to. What the fuck? Okay, that bothers me not at all. Let's
You wanna
just,
just let them have it, just coup?
yeah, just coup Nigeria, right?
Yeah, you want to coup with Nixon?
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't like that they're going to have Algeria and we aren't going to score control, but getting China for that and being able to easily, get, maintain Dom there. All right, and then we can try a summit coup.
Yeah, that probably should have been Summit, but it's all right. It's easy to say that after we rolled a 5.
That's fine. And we can try a big Brezhnev coup too.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, they're going to take Cameroon. And what else? They took Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, if do we just take the 1 op coup of Zimbabwe or of Zaire?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, the other thing is now is the time to coup Brazil or Argentina potentially as well, but we can wait.
I think I'd rather keep my 4.
Yeah.
So we can take the 1 op coup or space.
No, we should coup.
All right, let's go. Okay, nice roll.
6.
All right, that's a large 6. Now they hit us with Nigeria realigns. It's not the end of the
Whatever.
world. But they also have to get 4 out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're spending time while we're under nuke subs realigning instead of jamming or bullying, then that's fine. They also won't want to retake Nigeria till the end of the turn.
And now the question is, with NATO, I mean, do you want to coup South America or do you want to coup Algeria?
Kind of want to get a foothold in South America, but
Yeah,
I'm
I do
open either
too.
way.
It's a much higher.
A low roll, a 1 or a 2 in South America, it just does 0. But a 1 or a 2 in Algeria forces an immediate repair.
Right.
At
It's
least.
just the odds are a lot higher in Algeria.
Yeah. Still a 3. If we, a 4 still flips. 4, 5, or 6 is equally good. A 3 is probably equally good. Okay. Okay, well, now we're not doing that.
No. Okay, now I would space.
Yeah. Damn, I hate that we're going to give up Egypt, but yeah, no, we have to space. I think we space here.
We have shuttle diplomacy. They can whatever.
Middle East is scored.
And shuttle's active. Shuttle's gonna be active for a long time here.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we can coup. It's just that
No, I don't want to coup. No, I don't want to coup with NATO. Let's just space. Let's just space. We missed. Okay. The other place NATO could coup is Mexico, where a 3 wipes them out.
I'm
It might even be better than South America.
not opposed to that.
Because now it's definitely not Algeria.
No.
We also want to take Africa Dom by the end of the turn, but maybe we just want to keep cooing. Oh, okay. Well, that's too bad.
Hmm. That is too bad, but I don't think
That's
they're.
fine. This is worth it. Like,
And this is interesting hand for them.
I mean, they can space one of those cards. So
They can, but then they're holding two of them next turn with all of our two ups
yeah.
around. Okay, well, what do we do now?
Uh, we could coup Cameroon to get. No, I don't want to coup Cameroon. I want to encourage them to coup Colombia. I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a no. Let's take Egypt.
Okay.
You don't want to?
No, 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 that's fine. No, this is
I
good. This is a good play.
I like not
This is a
letting
good
them
play.
have Egypt.
Okay, they're not taking Egypt this turn.
No, but neither are we. We want to coup in our last two ARs, probably.
Um, well, what are they doing with this one op? They're cooing Colombia, we
Ideally,
think.
they're cooing Colombia. Then we can give Che
Okay, they're cooing
AR6.
Che.
That's my thinking. Cooing Colombia makes a lot of sense for them.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
They might also try a realign, but a one-up realign with us having four in there,
No, no, no,
whatever.
I don't care about that. I was thinking Sudan and just make them think we have Africa, and they're just
Yeah.
using Sudan for no reason.
Well, if we were going to do that, I'd rather just coup Cameroon. But obviously, we could roll a one or a two.
Egypt's good. It's
Yeah.
Muslims and but Camp David, I don't know. But they have John Paul, NORAD, and Ask Not.
Yeah. Now yes, I like that they, um, I like that they only have one good region now. I mean, Central America's +1 for them, but like, if we can dodge South America or make some inroads there, like we're in
They
good
have
shape.
Southeast Asia
Yeah.
too. I guess we could put them
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. Rather than we could with Brezhnev rather than cooing. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we coup with NATO, and then with Brezhnev, we take those two countries and Africa, Dom.
Well, let's see. No, see, they're going to
They're
coup
gonna do it
Colombia, and so now we can play Che.
unless they roll a okay.
I don't know. So now I think we coup Colombia back, right? Or do you want to take a three up coup on Brazil?
Um, Resolve Che first, and just let the
Yeah.
so.
And now I want to hold NATO, but
Yeah, I think we hold NATO. So yeah, we could take a three up coup on Brazil, or we could take a three up coup in Mexico. Three up coup in Brazil needs a 5. Three up coup in Mexico only needs a no, it needs a 4. Um, I don't know. What do you like?
I, hmm.
Or we could do, or we could do our Malaysia, Philippines, Sudan play now and coup later. But I think they will probably, if they don't space, they'll jam Panama on AR7, which is not great.
Yeah, jamming Panama's bad, so I guess that means we should coup Colombia. Or I mean, cooing Brazil and just making them fix it with their shitty cards is the other thing.
Yeah, yeah, we could do that.
I don't know. What would you do here?
And also, is it? I think it's Argentina instead of Brazil, right?
That's fine.
We don't want to get realigned out. I think maybe we can take a shot at Argentina.
That's big.
Okay,
They're gonna
well,
play Kennedy.
all right. All right, yeah, that is unfortunate that they'll play Kennedy and we won't
They're
discard.
gonna play Kennedy. But we got in here, so that's which is big because now we can do some stuff.
Yeah, weird that they did not trigger first. Yeah, that's too bad, but whatever.
First, you want to gamble?
Not at all. I want to take my guilt-free 3.
Okay. What do you want to do? You want to we can break their control, although I don't know how much
They have
it's
Dom.
worth.
That doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Brezhnev, Malaysia, Philippines, Sudan. It's incredibly unsexy, but it gets us a Dom and gets us 2 VP at some point down the road.
Okay.
If you want to do a break of something, that's fine. But
Well, I
I
don't
don't.
know. I mean, do we just coup Argentina back, dude? It's our last chance.
Okay. You want coup Argentina and hoping roll a 5?
But even breaking it, I know they still have Dom.
Yeah. Okay. All
No,
right.
I
All
mean,
right. All right. We roll a 2, 3, or 4 on Argentina. It's broken. And maybe we can't headline the scoring. It's still 8. But maybe they have to coup Argentina or
instead
something.
of something
The
else.
likelihood is Junta Grain coming next turn. Somebody's lowering DEFCON.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
mean, that's the counter argument. So this is fine. This is, you know what? Taking the three in Africa, I think, is offsets any without the risk,
yeah.
and two over here. So that's really, it's five BP.
This is a good play without rolling the dice.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, let's do this. Okay, and then they have John Paul and NORAD in their
Yep.
hand.
Yep. That's right. Okay, those are the scorings that we want. Oh, 5-year plan Southeast Asia. Um,
All right. Well, I think this is Purge and then Bear Trap at some point, right?
um, yeah, is it a purge? Let them coup Africa, or is it a
No, maybe it's
bear?
just Bear Trap.
Is it a
Bear
bear
Trap
trap and
and
we
we
try and
coup.
yeah, bear trap and
Maybe we
we
could Bear Trap and then coup with Purge. We have no fucking ops after that. Well, we have NATO
we have
still.
NATO.
Yeah, we have China. I mean,
Um,
we're these two gotta go away.
um, Duck is gone, right? 5-year plan after a purge could be real mean. All the bad twos are around,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Grain.
So
I'm not. No. Bear Trap completely neuters that plan because they can get rid of a bad two. So
yeah, but your point about them not allowing them to coup, stealing the coup here, I think is is big.
yeah, and now we could headline Bear Trap and they have Junta, but then at least we can get Africa off. Or well,
Mhm.
they're gonna no. We have to repair Panama, assuming they don't
We'd have
flip
to
it.
repair Panama. Yeah.
If they have Junta, that Junta's a really quick headline for them if they have it, and they headline pretty quickly. Um,
Um,
should it just be Purge? Give them problems?
Purge, and then we can follow up with. Mm, I
Purge,
like.
man, Purge 5-year plan and then 5-year plan event, maybe a late bear trap. Oh man, that'd be so nice. But we do have to get our Africa Dom off.
Yeah, we have the ops though.
Yeah, and we have China. Purge is more fun here. Bear trap is safer.
Yeah, I mean, the bear trap, and then being able to do a four-op coup in South America.
You're assuming they're not headlining Junta though.
Mm.
But I guess if they do headline Junta, not allowing them to follow up from said Junta and automatically take Panama for sure is good. You want bear trap them? I mean, with all those bad US twos out though.
Purge is good. Yeah, you're right. Purge
Camp
is better.
David,
Let's
CRG,
yeah,
Grain,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Voice. We
yeah.
know they
And
have
then
the
and then
Pope.
we can follow Bear Trap. No, Purge is better.
Yeah,
Purge is better. Okay, all right. You good with Purge?
yeah. I like it. I like it.
Let's do Purge. Okay, fine.
Okay,
Whatever.
that is a mild annoyance, but not a huge deal.
I don't mind that at all.
Yep. We're spacing Quagmire and holding Wheelbarrow. I think we were doing that anyway.
Um, yeah. Unless you want to do it the other way around. Miss Lemby's gone.
I was thinking we will bury you as a hold if they event Salt. We can afford the 3 VPs,
Hmm. Okay.
um, but we could do it either way. Okay, one op coup in Africa. Okay, you want to just score our Dom right now?
I think
We
so,
have it's
right?
5-4 country count. A coup in Sudan stops the Dom. Let's just get
Yeah,
our six
I think so,
VPs.
right?
Let's
Yeah.
just get our VPs right now.
Yeah, and let's go deal with other things. And if they have South America, they'll score right now.
Yep.
And if they don't, they should overprotect.
Yeah, we got a lot to do here, But
No, the only thing we need to do is bully them in Argentina if they don't protect.
yeah, we can jam it. You're right.
That's the only thing that we're doing.
You don't want to trigger 5-year plan?
We can trigger 5-year plan later.
That's true. That's true.
Well, there's no rush. We just if they don't protect Argentina, I want to jam the shit out of it with
No,
NATO.
you're right. Yes, that makes sense. Do you want to should we score Southeast Asia first?
No.
We can wait. All right. All right.
If they do not overprotect, if they overprotect, then we'll talk about it. Then
Yeah.
sure, we can score Southeast Asia, I guess.
That's true. If we jam, they might fix with China,
Right.
which
Great.
would be great. Which would be great. Now,
Great.
what fours are now? Muslims, flower power, ABM. I'm showing is
And U.S.
NT.
Japan.
Oh, U.S. Japan's around. So what about NTB?
Yeah, I guess
I'm
NTB 's
showing
around.
NTB around
Yeah,
too.
okay.
Yeah, there are. What do we got? 6 4-ups unaccounted for. 5. We will bury you. So yeah, they overwhelming likelihood that they have a 4-up, but
All right. Well,
still, I'm not saying we could make them use one. Um, okay, we have spare trap. Yeah, they're really thinking hard, which is great. Okay, there's a US too. Okay, they heard you.
I think France, right?
Yeah, clear France, especially with De Gaulle still around.
Yeah. All right. I mean, we jam Chile. I'm a little less excited about that.
No, especially not with them
Allende.
being able to repair. No. Let's. I like taking care of an obligation. I like either inventing 5-year plan or scoring Southeast Asia and just getting it done. Southeast Asia is not going to get any better. We need to score it.
Okay, so 2 of their 6 cards are John Paul and NORAD. We do need to score it. It's not getting any better. Although, if we event 5-year plan, and then they potentially have to play Colonial River.
Oh yeah, that's true. All right,
So,
let's trigger.
yeah.
Let's trigger 5-year
right.
plan. Yes. This is
all right.
fun. All right, wait.
Hold on.
Confirmed. Duck is gone.
Duck and Olympics are gone.
Olympics is fine. It doesn't bother us with 5-year
Okay.
plan.
Duck is gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
Big money. Okay. That's something.
Here.
I like Guatemala for sure. What about Saudi?
Yeah, Saudi's good. Guatemala, and then
I like I guess Uruguay to give us adjacency to
to
Brazil.
Yeah.
Ivory Coast is very passive and Africa scored. I think that's best. Let's do this. They immediately overprotected Argentina. Maybe they will immediately overprotect Brazil.
Yeah. And then I think we can afford to realign.
Absolutely should realign. I am showing UN as being around, so we maybe want to hold on you too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that big of a deal, but yeah. All right.
Okay.
That's reasonable. Oh.
Oh, that's large. Okay, well now we're realigning, but what with?
Well, it's NATO or U2.
If it's NATO, we don't have a secondary target is the issue. We're just taking some -2 shots at Brazil.
I'm not super worried about UN. Like whatever.
We're up 11 VPs. We can give one. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. We're up 11 VPs. They don't have South America. We can give one. Let's do this. This is fine. Okay, we got one more. Is it just
Brazil, Angola,
Cameroon potentially?
Maroon.
Angola's reasonable. At +3, knock them out. The 2 bad South African cards are coming. I'm fine with Angola.
Okay. 6s. Cut. Deck's getting pretty blue.
Yeah. Okay, they're going to realign Panama. That's, yeah. Okay,
That.
knock us out in one. That's annoying.
Okay, well, fuck do we do now? Bear trap?
We could trigger Bear Trap. They will put NORAD in it for sure, though.
Hmm.
I don't think that accomplishes anything.
No, we just coup
We can coup Colombia.
Colombia with NATO.
Big old 4-op coup of Colombia. We need our mill ops, so we're cooing with NATO or Bear Trap. But I don't think we're triggering Bear Trap if they are hanging on to NORAD.
Oh, gross. We can't let them just take Panama like that, right?
No, we can't give up. Let's coup. I think we coup Colombia, right? We just that's I'm fine. Let's take a big 4-op coup Colombia. Okay, that what was that? A 2, 3, 2. Junta Brush ABM all still out there. They have the Pope and NORAD. I'm down to Bear Trap here if they space NORAD.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as they're holding a known
Yeah,
NORAD, there's no reason to do
you're
it.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
We also, if we trigger Bear Trap, we have no ops for back-to-back ARs.
Yeah, but I mean, if they coup, like,
Okay.
well, we both look fucking stupid. All right. I think we coup them back with Bear Trap.
And then we don't have the ops to.
Take Mexico.
And Libs is coming.
Okay.
But we get, oh yeah, and they have NORAD, so triggering Bear Trap does nothing.
Yeah.
Um, so we could coup it, and then we score and space. We could allow them to have Panama and then just content ourselves with Mexico, which means we just score now.
We could just score and then they take Panama and then we space and then I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. We could do that. I don't know. I don't like even with them purged. I don't like leaving us with no ops for the last two ARs.
No, I don't either. So you want to space or you want to play? I think we have to score, right?
Scoring is a bigger obligation than space. So yeah, let's do it.
Suppose.
So
It's
that's
nice. Well done on the realigns.
yeah, that was smart. Maybe I mean,
No, no, I think we did fine.
yeah, no, that was a good play. It was just a good play by them. That's fine. It was a good play by them. All right, they have the Pope, NORAD, and an unknown.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like they better have that unknown has to be. There you go.
Okay, well, do you want to trap them now, or do you want to take Mexico with it?
I want to trap them now.
All right.
I mean, right? And
What can they put in the trap? Usuri?
Usuri,
They would have spaced
EU,
it.
They would have.
They would have
They
used
would.
EEU
They
over
would have used
NORAD.
EU.
If they had Usuri, they would have spaced it by now, I think. And then obviously there's plenty of fours. I'm fine trapping them.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, they didn't have
All
any.
right, and then we space Quagmire.
Yeah, I think Quagmire is more unplayable with NORAD in effect. So yeah, we will burial could be a salt thing. Let's do this. Okay, we miss, which is too bad. Okay, they're still holding the Pope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, South America's unfortunate. No power cards is even more unfortunate. The Junta
Yeah,
Brush
that's
ABM all
yeah.
around.
Yeah.
And we,
Now they are bear trap,
yeah.
so we should get a
Well,
coup.
they're gonna junta.
Yeah, they're gonna junta.
They're
Yeah.
gonna junta into Mexico and coup Argentina, right? Because we have one in there. Yeah, they can junta in Mexico and coup Argentina, and we have to realign, right? And we could salt, but we want a coup, and there's nothing to salt for. We would need to wait for them to play power cards so that we can
Yeah,
salt.
we need to wait, right? We have to wait for them to play power cards.
Unless we could salt for purge and hope they miss the first roll, but no, it's dumb.
That's fun, man. That's fun. I mean, there's nuclear test ban.
You know, Jack Defcon up to 5.
Yeah, in order to coup. Because what else? What are we headlining?
I mean, I think we're yeah, fuck. I guess we could headline Camp David.
Yeah,
Just
I
get the
mean, right.
one
That's the
VP,
safe.
and then we salt. We salt for a power card when we see one, and try and use the power card to do stuff in South America. The other thing is Europe is around. They might brush Italy, but there's nothing we can really do about that. What does NTB really do for it? Man, I think I really want the 4 ops. Salt just doesn't do anything at the moment, right? It's just purge.
Purge. It's purge. Yeah, it's purge. Which
I mean, we need that clean 4 op. We will bury you.
no, no, yeah,
we have a
I
lot of
agree.
problems.
I yeah.
OPEC is one if we poke Libya, so that's
Mhm,
whatever. Muslims could be an empty AR.
mhm.
So it's not these they're not going to kill us, but they
We
are.
have to get
Yeah,
South America out of our hand like immediately, as soon as we possibly can here.
yeah.
Um, they're okay. Wait.
They're 100% headlining junta. This is absolutely a junta.
Okay, so if they headline Junta, they go to Mexico, they coup this, and then we get to they get out of the trap. There's just not a whole lot we can do.
No, we can jam Brazil,
Oh my
but
God, no.
we almost certainly will have a 3.
We could just say, like we're gonna give up the 8 and move on. Now, salting for purge. I don't know how much that changes this.
I'd rather salt for brush because I'm assuming they have brush, ABM, or junta. I'd rather salt for one of those guys.
Yeah, but ABM or Junta, they're both so less effective with
Yeah,
salt.
no, you're right. ABM, it's really just brush. It's really just brush. Are you thinking you want to just headline salt?
I, I don't know. I mean,
We got to make a call here.
I know. So it's Camp David or salt, right?
I'm fine. I'm fine with salt. I'm fine with salt, and then we're just getting purge, and it's a clean 4 op. We're holding an extra card. That sucks. Now I wish we had not headline salt. What are they? There's a clear Italy brush. Because I would have much rather salted to try and get that back. Damn. Okay, I was sure this was junta, so my bad on that. Oh, that's
Huge,
a
huge,
huge
huge, huge, huge,
miss.
huge. Oh, now purge them, right?
Yeah.
Right?
All the US troops are out there. Yes,
Yeah,
purge
yeah,
the shit
right.
out of them immediately.
Okay, let's fucking go. All right, all right. Brush war. What did they purge? Oh, oh no. Oh no.
I mean, there's plenty of big cards
Okay,
out
all
there.
right, yeah, they
There's
got
plenty
it.
of big cards out there.
Yeah, yeah.
And we still have to deal with South America. So
Yeah,
let's
we do.
not.
Okay, no, we can't celebrate yet. All right, so do you want a coup now?
Yeah.
Do you want a coup and we will bury you?
No, because that gives them the last coup.
Yeah, okay, but we got a bunch of shitty cards.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I guess it does. No, I guess if we coup and break it, then we can coup again with wheelbarrow, right?
If we coup and break it, and then unless they coup back, if we coup and break and they fix,
Then we get the last coup.
then we get the
Yep.
last coup. If we coup and they coup back, then we will bear you could be ops. But also we get to hold an extra card, and none of the other cards are really that problematic for us.
Okay.
So
So
I like NTB
go
first.
Brazil.
I'm fine giving up We Will Bury You, but I don't want to make that decision right now. Okay, well, we deserve that with all these rolls. All right. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So now the question is, do we want to give up We Will Bury You?
I do.
But, yes, but how worried are we about them getting a coup?
Well,
Like,
what else do you want to do here? Like what?
no, I guess you're right. We
A coup
can't
with
give up.
China?
No, I don't. Um, yeah, I guess we do it. The three VPs won't kill us, especially if they have Europe. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. Let's do it. What fours are around? Flower Power,
Flower
ABM.
Power and ABM.
Flower Power and ABM. Yeah, okay. Well, fine. Let's try it.
Jesus.
All right. Well, that we should have. We should have salted for UN.
No, yeah. I
We
mean,
should have salted for
yes.
UN. That we didn't even think
No,
about that.
Purge was good. Purge was good. Purge was good.
I mean, they could have voice grain CRG.
Yeah, Purge is good.
Yeah.
Purge is good. At this point now, I want to hold South America until the end.
Because they probably have OAS. You thinking?
OAS, give me just all sorts of shit. Yeah, that's fair.
We have to take Mexico.
So I think it's just OPEC, right?
OPEC is 2. Is it South African?
Camp David is fine. Also,
Kind of want the VP of Camp David, but what about South Africa?
that's fine.
South African's fine, given that we did that realign earlier. Yeah. I don't love giving. Yeah, let's do this. I don't love giving 2 VPs from OPEC, passing on the VP from Camp David, and then also giving up 8 from South America.
Yeah, the deck is so blue right now.
Yeah.
Voice, Colonials, and Grain, and OAS.
Libs is around, but if they had it, they would have triggered it by now. Yeah, I only see Allende, Flower Power, Libs, and Portuguese on their side, whereas we have a shitload of stuff. IP War is still out there. Junta's still out there. ABM.
Europe.
Yeah.
Stuff's kind of important.
Yeah, it's.
They'll play Portuguese now if they have it.
Well, whatever. Yeah, they don't want us jamming. I think we're just going to have to accept that is.
Yeah, but we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait.
Yeah. Okay, you want to just trigger Camp David now? You want space?
Either way, or play OPEC and break Libya and put one in Uruguay.
Yeah, we have to do both of those things. De Gaulle's also a 2-op. The other thing we should talk about, maybe we want to fill Canada.
Only action. Oh, we only got 3 action rounds left here.
That's right. Oh shit, that's right. Okay, so we only have 2 ARs left to play. So forget about Camp David. We'll hold it, right? Or no, do we want to hold bad cards?
We want to hold Muslims for sure.
Yes, we want to hold
right?
Muslims for
we
sure.
Hold Muslims for sure, and maybe OPEC, and so maybe it's just these 2, right?
De Gaulle. I mean, we could just do De Gaulle, Repair 2.
France, and then Canada, Uruguay, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want them jamming France with ABM if they get it next turn, but maybe they have it.
Just do it that way. Just do this.
Yeah, But damn friggin' ABM, if they have it now,
All right. Well,
ignore.
then we can.
We don't have to event Camp David. We don't have to. But
Yeah, let's get the one from ABM. I think.
yeah,
No,
that's
no, we should no. Europe's unscored. We should keep France.
yes, yeah.
We should keep France.
Let's do this. I know it's chicken shit and you don't like it, but we need to get our Europe scored. I would like them to have Europe now, not later. Okay, that's great.
Ask and you shall receive, sir. All right. Just play Camp David now.
And we're saving the scoring.
Yeah, because
They
have two cards left.
one of them is the Pope. One of them is the Pope.
No. Didn't they discard the Pope to? No, they discarded the Pope to. Yeah, no.
Oh, that's
They
right.
did that in the
That's
trap
right.
originally.
Yeah, that's right. We're not getting the Pope. Um,
It's not going to get. It is not going to get worse.
no, but I would.
If anything, I would say Camp David, South Africa, Canada.
Oh yeah, maybe that is better than the event. South America will not get worse. What are we hoping for? If they have OAS, what would make them? We're hoping that they have OAS and voice. Right. That's basically it.
But that's not unreasonable.
Yeah.
Like or grain and OAS. Or grain and voice.
Yeah. Okay. And just make South America a little worse for them. All right. So yeah, that's fine. Take South Africa and Canada. All right. Get that bad boy back in the deck, and maybe they have to give us something bad.
Not really chew for control, but
Yeah. All right. Libs here would be really annoying, but again, they would if they had libs, they absolutely would have played it before we. There's no way they would coup Guatemala and force us to take Mexico if they had libs.
I think we're also more ahead than we feel like we are.
Yes. Oh, we're way ahead on this board. We have 4 DOMs to their 1, so we're gonna only be up 2 VPs, which sucks. But the board it heavily favors us. I guess we do have to worry. The Portuguese is a problem for us.
Portuguese is a problem.
But I really didn't want to give up those 2 VPs.
No. And we're holding Muslim and OPEC. I mean, our hand could be, but our hand's not even going to be that ugly.
No, the Portuguese libs and flower power is it.
Right. If we get all of them, great.
Yeah, I'd be happy to get all of them.
Right. It's their hand that could be real fucking ugly, and I think that it might be.
I see on our side CRG, Grain, Kitchen, OAS, R-Man, Panama, Shuttle, Truman, Usuri, and Voice.
Shuttle is gone. Shuttle is active right now.
Oh, that's right. Shuttle's active. My bad. Okay. So, and then Olympics is gone, right? Yes, Olympics is gone. ABM Arms Race, Central, CMC,
Yep.
IP War, Junta, One Small Step, which is a problem, and UN.
Yep.
We couldn't solve for UN. It's not in the discard.
For UN.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we gave a Wheelberry and we're still up 10.
No, about 2, but yes. Yes, we gave up Wheelbarrow, and we rolled a 1.
We purged them, and it was worth, 1. Okay, so maybe purge wasn't great, but maybe if it prevents them from spacing.
Well, yes, Purge. We could get a big payoff from Purge right here. Although if they had Voice and OAS or Grain and Voice or one of this would be an easy play for them. So maybe they don't have those.
Well, if they have OAS and Voice, right, and then they're debating between the two. Okay. All right, so I think that's just 2 Chile, right?
and they're going to realign. But yeah, it has to be 2 Chile. Oh,
Right?
what about 1 Chile, one? No, no, never mind. I was going to say 1 Chile, 1 Colombia, but that does nothing. Let's repair Chile. Yeah, it's 2 Chile, and
Yeah, they're
hope
gonna
they miss on the realigns. But even then, it's only 2 VPs either way.
Yeah, sure, but
All right, so we got basically nothing out of that purge, but that's fine. Okay. I don't know why they had to think about that so long. All right, we do need to watch our clock. We've got. Okay, well, we did get all of them. We did get all of them, didn't we?
Portuguese, we did.
Flower Power, Libs, and Portuguese.
I think that's good.
They got ABM. We got IP War, which is nice.
How many cards are left? Okay, there's 2 in the draw. So no reshuffle.
So their hand. Oh my god, they're gonna have some problems.
Yeah, they're gonna have some problems.
Now they are gonna have you. No, we have UN.
We have UN.
So
Right,
I
well, let's
see.
junta. Right.
This is just this is an easy junta. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. I have ABM, one small step, Central, Arms Race.
Yep.
And then I have Usuri, Grain, Arman, Voice, Panama, Colonial, and Kitchen.
Yeah.
I have to imagine Kitchen is active right now. Maybe not.
Sorry, Truman is gone. Played.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Okay. So there are 9 cards in the hand. There's 2
Yeah, 2 in the discard.
in the discard.
Yep.
They got some problems. This is just a clear Panama coup Panama. What are we? They obviously headline ABM.
If they have it.
If they don't have ABM, they will not be headlining One Small Step.
No, certainly not. It might be Panama. If they don't have ABM, I think Panama might.
They might headline the scoring.
Yeah, the scoring is better. Yeah.
Because we would have to go. We'd have to coup Guatemala. Yeah. Okay. So no surprise there. This will be Mexico, I have to think.
You would think.
That is unfortunate. So this is just Panama coup Panama, right?
We're gonna have to take Cuba.
No, I mean, if I were them, I would just score this now. I mean, I guess not. I guess you take Panama, we take Cuba. Okay. Okay, that's going to trigger the reshuffle and let us know their whole hand. Jesus, fuck. All right. So we know that they have Grain, Kitchen, Panama, Voice, Arms Central, One Small Step, right?
Yeah.
That is their 7 cards. Okay.
I mean, look, this could be much worse.
Yeah, and get rid of Missile NV2 with We Will Bury You gone. Oh boy, I love seeing Fidel gone.
Yeah, Fidel gone is great.
Because we have to take Cuba now.
Yeah. Okay, with CMC.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to do anything else. All right, well that was a nice R, man. Okay, they're gonna get what, 4 out of this? 5? 4. We should just score it now. I don't know why they wouldn't.
They could get greedy and play.
They're gonna play Arms Race. I mean, well, we are gonna have to UN Muslims, right?
Yeah, no. If they play Arms Race, then we UN. Yeah. Okay. So now we have to coup.
Yeah, with a 4 up, and it can't be Flower Power.
No, we want a UN Muslim.
It has to be UN Muslims right now.
I think Saharan, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Saharan. Well, good time to roll on, I guess.
What are we facing?
OPEC. Absolutely OPEC, right? Well, just one VP. I'm worried about war games though, man. They get
No, no, no. I
one
agree.
small step and
Agree.
a space
Agree.
is war
Agree.
games.
I agree. Not to mention South America scoring.
Yeah, we have a serious war games issue. So IP war should probably be next, right? So free up flower power. Could take Saudi with it. And could overprotect Angola with it because we got to give Portuguese.
Yep.
Okay, there's a one-op coup.
We could realign with it.
And it is active. Okay,
We could realign.
that's a big two VPs. Yeah, let's realign. Let's realign.
Realign with it.
Well, they could flip. No, they're not going to flip Angola with arms base. We're realign. Realign. Good. Just do this.
Oh, fuck.
That sucks. That's a disaster. All right. Fine. IP war gone forever is good in and of itself. Oh, we're idiots.
We are idiots. All right.
God damn it. We are morons. Okay. Well, chat's going to roast us for that in 15 minutes. Okay. We got to move on. So I now really don't want to.
I think we just play this, right?
Yeah. Nope. Not,
Can't do
not like
that.
not like that. Damn it.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And like now, fuck, that could be game losing because they could.
All right, move on.
No, I'm just saying we have to space, and they could hit their space and then get one small step. Well, they need to miss this roll. Nope, they're not going to do it. We have to wait to space. We can't space. So you want to use libs now?
Yeah, that's fine.
They have one small step, Panama, and VOA. So we need to make them use one small step for off, which they should do. And then we can space OPEC AR7. Yeah, just repair that. We do have an Ortega problem as well.
We do. But
Because-
Gunman's gone.
Gunman's got, yeah, we have an Ortega problem. We're not going to be able to space Ortega.
No, I know. But Gunman's gone.
Yep. Okay, what's flower power going to do?
I like Saudi.
I like Saudi. I like overprotecting Angola. God damn, that fucking realign of Art of Algeria was so bad. Fuck. Okay, all right.
Yep. No.
There's no reason to jam Venezuela with it realignable like that. Iraq.
Or South Korea. Or India.
South Korea. They're not going to jam South Korea, right? I think it's the old thing. There's no reason to overprotect one if you can't overprotect both.
Yeah. Okay, so Iraq.
I like Iraq. We have 4 rock solid DOMs on this board. We just need to dodge war games. Okay, there it goes. They'll coup. No, it's not rock solid because they just took it away. But fine, we have 4 battlegrounds.
We have to base this, right?
Absolutely, we're spacing. Okay. Jesus Christ, South America.
Yeah, well. We got some good stuff, though.
Yeah. What can Star Wars get us?
Brain.
Yeah.
Brain.
Yeah, I guess it's grain. Nixon is absolutely an event for 2 VPs.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah, grain with them holding voice is good. They'll need to space it. And if they space something else, we know we're getting it. Yeah, Star Wars for grain is going to be the play. I have to think.
Which, and we got Africa here, so.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's very bad. Damn. Wish we had that Africa Dom. Then we could headline it and... No, we couldn't. Never mind, because that would go off first. I still think it's Star Wars for grain, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, let's do it. They can get Dom out of this. So if they have the scoring, it's a 10 BP swing. I'm hoping they don't have the scoring because they had so long that they thought about it for so long. So that reform would have been instant.
Let's not forget that NORAD is in effect.
Yeah.
It's also worth 3 right now.
Yeah.
Nixon's 2.
We have tools to stop war games. And having South America sucks, but we know that they don't have it.
A lot of their good stuff's in the Discord, too. And we can space for 3.
Yep. Which we will be doing. Oh, they did go 1 Canada. Okay, I'm very happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's an extremely passive Star Wars reformer. Okay, and
Right.
Yep. Well, we're playing the Pope for ops.
All right. What do you want to
Right? Is it, are we, is it Venezuela? Is it Argentina? I mean, Argentina, even with a 6, we don't get it. Is it, I mean, it's got to be Venezuela, right?
I think so, yeah. Everything else that protected me is Libya.
Yeah, Libya is.
I don't think that's crazy.
No, maybe it is Libya, and we just assume we just say, you know what, we're giving up our 8 in South America. Even if we by some miracle flip one of these countries, it's still 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it is. It's just Libya. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a good roll for Libya. Okay. We have plenty of ops.
We have a lot of ops. So obviously take back Europe here.
We got
Take
to
Africa
we
Dom.
got to take Africa Dom. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're gonna fight. They're gonna be able to adequately fight Dom. They have voice. They must space voice. So let's let's hope they have other problems. All right, so this AR is we're take. Oh, it's our turn. What?
I don't know.
I don't
But
care about any of that. All right, France clearly. I don't even care about Canada at this moment. Do we need to fill Libya right away? I kind of.
I guess we don't. I mean, Muslims isn't around. Fuck me. I mean, I guess Marine barracks, but
We could just. I mean, we could go France to Libya
we
and
don't have to use a four. I mean, we can just do
Ethiopia. No,
special.
France, Libya, Ethiopia.
I mean, we could also like do or even Ivory Coast.
Do they have access to a one? I guess they don't. Um, AWACS is useless to us. We could just do a 3 and do this.
Yeah, yeah. Do this.
Yeah, I kind of like this. ABM is gone. No, ABM's around.
ABM is around, so that's the only downside of like not playing Canada.
Maybe Canada's worth it because we are going to want to take it
We
anyway,
are.
right? Even though we've gotten literally no value out of it.
Okay, do it this way.
I think that's good. Can you do the thing where we take Ivory Coast last?
Hmm.
They no, that won't bother them, but just humor me. All right, let's do this. Why did they take Portugal? They really think they're going to fight us on this Dom? I mean, I guess they could take Greece and Turkey.
They can't.
Well, not on this AR. They also clearly don't have the scoring because if they had the
Right.
scoring, they would have gone
Yeah.
to West Germany, to
Right.
France, and to Yugoslavia and taken Dom in the headline. So they clearly don't have the scoring now. Coup. Yeah. Okay, so we just coup Cameroon, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we use special? Just use special. Damn it, we really need to get this Dom off bad. Just coup back whatever they're cooing. Fuck. Let's not do that. Let's do something else.
Zimbabwe.
Yep.
It was Nixon. No, we have to use Saudi. Right?
To use Saudi. Nixon is VPs.
Iraq doesn't actually do them any good because
Yeah. Does nothing.
they realize that. I wonder if they'll take Iraq. We could poke Syria. I mean, it's a hope and a dream.
I mean, we are going to be scoring on the last AR. We're fuck. That would have been real nice with them having to give the Pope, but okay. Why are they thinking so hard? It's just a. I mean, I guess they could take countries rather than cooing Zimbabwe.
Well, yeah, there you go. That's what they should do.
That's a good play.
Yeah.
That's a very good play. 2 Libya, 2 Botswana.
Good.
Yeah, I guess that's it. And then we have one more AR and 2 scorings.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we have to do this. So let's do it. Okay, we got our Dom. That is. Oh wait, no, we don't have the Dom.
No.
Fuck. I didn't realize that didn't give us Dom. That.
I mean, I think we just score it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to score for our 3.
Ace. Hold on. Where's one small?
One small step. No, we have to score. We have to take our 3, and then we can do something else. Oh, we shouldn't have taken Botswana. We should have just cooed.
Libya is valuable there, though.
So I think we're eventing Nixon. I mean, I guess we could space Pershing instead.
I'd rather space Pershing.
Yeah, I think so too.
This is because we.
SocGovs is around also.
Mm-hmm.
Much so, but we 5-year plan of Europe, Middle East.
That was weird.
Well, China, break Chile and Colombia, make South America 5, 3. Right?
Break Chile and Colombia.
Yeah.
Okay, assuming that they have, and then your assumption is they have Europe.
They don't have any cards.
Oh, they don't have any cards. Oh, well then yes, we should do that.
This is, yeah. That's 5v. No, it's Yeah, that's 5 VPs.
It's 3 instead of 8. Yeah, it's 5 VPs.
It's
that's
100% worth it with our war game situation,
yes.
right? Giving up China. Now, we leave ourselves vulnerable to Ortega problems, but
Yeah, but we have Nixon.
we have Nixon, but Nixon's not going to help us next turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, well, it's fine. We have to do this. Let's do this. Okay. I mean, I think that was worth it. There's Ortega.
Chega.
And no outs. Do we have to headline it? God, I want to headline Cal. But we have such a good hand. But I think don't. All right, what's around? What's around that can lower DEF CON?
I don't think anything.
CMC is gone, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing else that can lower DEF CON. I think we have to headline Ortega, don't we?
Yeah.
Please talk me out of it. But Aldrich is GG if we don't headline Ortega.
Aldrich is GG.
Um,
Yeah, we have such a good hand otherwise. Even if they pull one of these, who cares?
God, I really want to headline Cal, but I think it has to be Ortega.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it.
Yep. Okay. Well, that sucks too. Now they're going to flip France, which is a big problem.
We have tear down.
Oh, teardown does nothing. Pakistan flip?
Why does tear down do nothing?
Because the real lines aren't good.
All right.
But they just flipped Pakistan.
Pakistan, and we still have Dom.
We still have Dom with shuttle.
Good work, guys.
And
And we have Brush War.
we have Brush. And IP War is gone. Now we do have to worry about stupid flower power. And we have to worry about space.
Yeah, we need to space here. They should coup Cuba and then space.
Yes, that is what they should do. Oh. Okay, they want a coup in Africa, presumably. Okay, well, we'll just Cal. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty. We're gonna Cal jam Pakistan, assuming they don't knock us out of Iran here. That was a good play by them. Come on, guys. Miss one realign. And they knocked us out. Okay. Well, that's a nightmare. Now we're getting dominated in Asia. Yeah, we're going to get dominated in Asia.
Well, we can play colonials. Or we could just go ahead and because
Jesus Christ, that was unbelievable. I think isn't it Cal still anyway?
Well,
to get our 2 VPs?
We could trigger Brush War.
And put them over War Games?
I know. DEF CON's at 4. DEF CON's at 4. They'd have to drop DEF CON. Then we can play Cal.
Yeah.
Back below.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we have to do that and hope with it naked. How I Learned in CMC are gone. We are going to get Cal off. Yeah, I think you're right. It's brush. Now, if it's brush, they'll just if we hit it, they'll just coup it. Right? If we hit the brush on Pakistan, they'll just coup it immediately. I think we got to wait till DEFCON goes lower.
Okay, so do you want we want to play colonials then? Put one in Burma. We can put well, the other thing we do, put one in Burma, one in Laos, potentially brush Thailand. We could play Cal and double break Thailand.
Okay. And then they'll just repair.
And then and then they probably fill India.
I guess I was thinking with Cal we'd go Iran. Jesus Christ. That was so brutal. I think we brushed Pakistan, but I don't think we can do it till DEFCON is at 3. So yeah, if we go with the double break of Thailand, the problem is they're just going to use the 3-op to do Thailand and India.
India. Okay, well, you have other ideas?
Cal, if we go Cal to take Iran back, what do the two other ops do? Is the issue?
I mean, colonials. One here, one here, one here.
Yeah,
Still kind of in the same boat. So
does give us access to India, but again, it just makes them fill India, which we don't want them to do because we want to get a clean brush on Pakistan.
yeah. Okay, but they fill India, then we jam it, then we play Cal and jam it.
Okay.
So we lower DEFCON, we get the 2 VPs, then we can brush Pakistan.
Okay. And then
They can't cool it back.
yeah. Okay. All right. I'm down for that plan.
No. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Burma, Lao for sure. And then maybe 2 in Africa. Does the one Thailand do much for us?
Forget China does.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Do that. It's fine. Do this.
The other thing is we have NORAD.
Oh, yeah. That is true. We got NORAD. A 5-op. We could get a 5-op Cal. That would be huge. We get a 5-op Cal.
Which lets us flip Thailand.
Yeah. This was well played by them. I mean, I assume they have Asia. I didn't like their Pakistan coup, but it made perfect sense for the Glasnost play, and they just got insanely lucky on those realigns.
6-1.
There is a Europe path here with Teardown Truman.
Yeah, there is. Teardown and Truman. I was thinking that exact same thing. Yeah, NORAD. I think they're gonna repair India, right?
They'll take India here for sure. They
Okay.
will take India and go Thailand for sure. And I don't think they would want us jamming Thailand. Uh huh. Okay. So that's for even. All right. Well, now, wow.
Now
Now
I think
what?
it's now I think it's tear down because they'll I-
Tear down and coup?
tear down and coup. I assume they repair. Then we play Cal.
I'm terrified of them, of us not
Not
getting Cal off. But I guess if you're saying they're definitely going to repair,
maybe they don't have to. I mean, the Pope and DU are gone.
I mean, Chernobyl's around. I
But
do,
but if but okay, yeah, sure. Right, Chernobyl's around it, but if they coup, then we play Truman.
yeah. But they could have Chernobyl and just not be worried about it at all.
They got to be worried about it a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I know,
I
but
mean,
boy,
look, we could just
the
we could just
five
play
hop
Cal.
Cal, the 5 hop Cal is so nice.
I know, but we have to get
Yeah.
the DEF CON doesn't.
Yeah. Maybe we play Cal now and just take India
Right.
because
That's
Shuttle's not going to be around forever. Shuttle is gone. The
Shuttle's gone.
shuttle's gone. So we need India. Maybe we just play Cal and take India. Give them a coup. We play tear down and coup Portugal or something. Yeah. Is this good?
There's the problem is there's nowhere that we can really be annoying with NORAD.
So tear down gives us a place to be annoying with NORAD.
And Truman.
Yeah. All right. We can do the tear down play.
Okay, and then we coup.
And then we coup it. Should we coup Poland instead? Threaten them presence list if we get a big roll?
Yeah, that's fine. We need we need a 5.
Because, yeah, we really want them to repair.
Yeah, but
We could also not coup and just put the 3 in there for NORAD and Truman and let it be a threat.
well, the problem is if they put no, this is good. No, we need a coup. We need a coup because they could if they just like put 2 in East Germany, 1 in India. We're gonna need the 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's just do
We
that.
need
Let's just coup. Just coup. Let's coup Poland. Threaten presence list if we get a 5. And we don't. All right.
Europe's also the only scoring out there.
Yeah. They're also not particularly worried about giving up a coup. Everything they have is overprotected.
Right.
Just going to repair that, right? Okay. Now Cal to jam it.
Go. Oh, why not just take India?
Oh, Cal to take India, yeah, and then the extra can go into East Germany,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can't space,
Right.
or that if they do space, we can true.
We just Truman. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do this.
And now we have room to play brush war.
Yeah, if they don't hit space,
Heading on space.
we may have to hold brush and give decall, which would suck. But I mean, without that South America play, they're in War Games territory now, and they just win. But I mean, we also need our damn mill ops.
Well, yeah, that's where
This is where brush is gonna. Yep, it's gonna be brush. Nixon's got to be an event either way, whether they play China or not.
I agree.
It has to be an event. So yeah, you're right. We have to trigger brush to just if to get our mill ops, or if nothing else.
We got a space now, right?
Yeah, definitely. Missed it. Missed it. And they hit it. Okay, so now Nixon. If they want to take a tie, that's not terrible for us. Our tiebreaker situation was going to be bad anyway. 3, 2, and 1 is basically the same as 4 and 2.
Going to France.
Yeah, France. I guess it's got to be France with Sakovs around.
Question is now, what do you want to brush? Algeria gives us Africa control. Pakistan, I think, gives us Asia Dom.
I'd rather do Thailand if we're going to do Asia.
Thailand. Panama is full strength. What do you want to brush?
South America, successful brushing out South America takes it from 3 to 5, from 8 to 5. It's only 3 VP swing. Africa, it's 4. Central, it's
4, right?
It's 4. Asia, we're going from 8. Asia, it's 5, right?
Yeah. So I think then.
So it's.
That being said, Central is full strength on Panama.
I guess we go with the full strength option.
Right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I think we did that.
Did we roll the 3? I didn't see the roll. Do we roll the 3? Okay, we get Aldrich. This is a clear duck, right? It has to be duck.
I think it has to be duck, yeah. I agree.
So not even a question.
Okay.
Has to be. This hand is garbage.
We have China, though.
Yeah.
They have China, and they might play Iron Lady.
All right. Is there anything around that can get them back to war games? Junta? What does that even do?
Cuba.
Yeah, I guess they can flip over Cuba.
Willie could be 2 or 1. It could be 1.
And we have Camp David. Is North Sea an event?
It might be. All right, so hold on. So 5 for us, 11 for us, 15 for us. 14 for us. 6 for us. 6 for us right now. -4. So we're up 2 plus China.
Which we're playing.
Yeah. I don't think that North Sea is an event because of the, like, I just think we have empty ARs.
Yeah. South African is a problem.
Yeah.
Decall is a problem.
Right. So
If we're giving up on Africa Dom, decall. No, but you're right. North Sea is going to be more valuable for ops.
and then we can just play Aldrich on AR7
Yeah.
and let's just hope.
We could even play it on AR6 and play China on AR7
Yeah, we can do that.
because the keeping the double break of Asia for Dom
Yeah.
option open. What's country count in Asia? 7-4. Even if they take back Laos and Burma, a double poke still gives us Dom. So yeah, I think this is probably an AR6 Aldrich.
Yeah, and we really need them to play Iron Lady.
Okay, that's good. All right.
Okay, I'm fine ops racing there, right?
Yes, definitely.
That's good for us.
Yep. Let's just put sock govs in there now.
Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's ops race. Let's have it. Let's do it.
If they had a 4, they would have played it right there. What 4s are around though?
War games.
Yeah, war games.
War games. That's it.
Yeah, boy, I really want to hold China for the last AR. If they have Europe, we're going to win. But terrorism could also fuck up our plans.
But again, that's an ops race. It's great.
Yeah.
We'll just put North Sea in there and then. Okay.
Olympics.
Okay. I think we just
Great.
put
North Sea.
in.
North Sea. Yep. Again, if they had a 4, they would have played it right there. There's no path for them to war games. So Lads is obviously our coup card. Is that just a coup in Africa? Probably. One Israel, one Chile. I don't care about.
Okay, do you want to put Allende into Cuba now?
Sure.
Or do you want a coup now?
No, fine. Let's just take Cuba. Then one op gives us Dom. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Fucking the most useless NORAD.
Yeah. I mean, it bought us that first space shot. If we hit that space shot, it would have been huge. just retake Egypt, right? Is there,
You want you want to retake Lebanon for the Dom?
oh yeah, Lebanon. Yeah, and then Camp David gives us Egypt if they.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could take Egypt, I guess, but then we can trigger Camp David. Yeah, this is fine. Do this. We have 9 minutes left. Do the math on the board again.
Okay. 5 us, 11, 14. Okay, so 14 us, 11 us, 3 us plus China. Okay, well, that's just Camp David,
Just
right?
Camp David. Okay, now they have Dom in the Middle East. So do you want a coup? Get our mill ops? You want to take Israel? Because now we're going to be losing in the Middle East. And
5, 11 us.
taking Israel is, I guess, taking Israel's 3 VPs. Cooing is just 2.
Yeah.
So let's take Israel, right? And do the math now with us taking Israel.
Okay, so it's 11, then 9 us, then 1.
We're up 1.
We're up 1.
Jesus Christ.
But I think with China as our last play,
That's, up 1 is important so they can't play Quagmire.
yeah. Right? I mean, so
So we're up 1, which means we're down 1 with if assuming we play China, but we can find VPs. There's places to find VPs with China. One in Central is 2 VPs.
2.
Um,
Yeah, and then we can break.
we
Middle
can
East
break
at
in the
this
Middle
point.
East.
There's a lot we can do.
Yeah. We have to obviously respond to what they are going to do, but yeah, I think this is it. I think it has to be this. Yeah.
I think them cooing Africa is bad.
That's true. That is 5 VPs for them. But what can they coup?
Tunisia.
Oh yeah. I think if they had a 4 op, they would have played it to take Cuba. Because that would have been huge for them. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they don't. I mean,
A poke in the Middle East is 3, and 1 in Central is 2.
which I think then gets us back to 1.
Because we're up 1 now, but we're going to be down 1. So then we'll be down 6. No, because that's still not good enough, right?
I don't know. I have to see what they do first. The double breaking Asia is worth 5.
Double break in Asia is 5, but you're right. A coup is,
A coup in Africa is bad.
yeah.
But if they like fail it, we can still do like take West African states and then one in Central.
Yeah, that's the same 5, though.
It's 5.
Take West African states and poke Middle East is 6.
Okay, there you go. Jesus Christ, we're down at taking West African states.
This is absurdly close. What did they headline? What was they? They headlined Junta. Junta was pretty weak. They could have war games, I guess, but no. If they knew they weren't getting war games.
No.
They knew they weren't getting war games. They would have definitely played war games to get Cuba. Yeah, I think their best play is a coup in Africa. Right. What's the African country count?
I don't know.
Just
One,
can you click
two.
it? Can you click Africa? Or no? So we're up one country. So if they coup Tunisia and hit it, we're still tied. So taking cooing Tunisia and hitting it, we win because West Africans, or maybe it's, or I guess a tie. West African states and breaking Egypt is 6. They have to flip a country we have. They have to flip a country that we have in Africa. Then we can't get Dom back.
We're up 9. We're up 1. We're up 1 on the board right now.
Yep, we're up 1 on the board. So we're down 1 on the board. So we have to answer whatever they do plus 2 to win. We have clearly, I think our best play is 5 VPs. It is 6 VPs, assuming they don't flip a country and completely flip a country in Africa. It's 5 otherwise. But yes, you're right. A coup in Africa is bad. Maybe we should have couped to stop that. I don't know. But then, I don't know.
Maybe probably a coup of Ethiopia here was better. But
That was my initial thought. But then we'd be poking to stop Dom instead of poking for Dom. And they wouldn't have to do anything about Africa. They would just be like, okay. But it is 2 VPs for Millops. I don't know, man. The arms race thing was a fuck up.
looking at the list of cards though, you've got Iranian hostage crisis, Quagmire.
They had terrorism. Boy, I would have thought they would.
You would think you would invent that, right?
Just to get the double discard on turn 10, that seems pretty valuable. What are they doing?
That's
Oh,
really bad.
that's devastating. That's GG.
Well,
Now you need a 5 in Botswana or Ivory Coast. Well, now the coup in Africa would have.
Bit bad. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we need them to coup Tunisia. Please, Tunisia.
They don't know what to do after that one. They thought they had it figured out.
A coup in South America. They might coup Uruguay.
That's good.
Uruguay's only two, though. I would love it if they could Uruguay. They have to stop dominant Africa. Africa's much better than Uruguay.
Okay, well, the other thing here is they take a lot of time, Justin, and we can't win the play on the board. We can trigger decall.
We can, but they have plenty of time.
Yeah, but not if they let it go down to like 1 second.
Yeah.
I don't think they will.
No, they won't. Botswana or Ivory Coast rolling a 5 and they win. We are down 1 now. I think we take the tie, right? West African and the Middle East.
Okay, so 3 for them, right, with China?
5 for them, yeah.
5. 5 for them. Right, so now even plus 6. No, we win by 1. Don't we?
Do we? Add it up.
So they have 2 right now, plus 3 with China, right?
Yeah.
Plus 2 for Millops.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 5.
Yeah.
Now it's even.
Okay.
6. 9 minus 8.
You're right. Lock it
We
in.
win by 1.
Lock
right?
it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is our best play. So whatever, even if your math is wrong, this is our best play. So do this.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Oh.
Oh my God. What a game. What they roll in Tunisia? Was that a 4?
Yeah, I mean the real there was the one on Zimbabwe.
Yeah, the one on Zimbabwe. Yeah. Yeah, if they roll a 2 on Zimbabwe there, then we tie, right? If they roll a 2 on Zimbabwe, we take Zimbabwe back, take West African states, and take Nicaragua.
Yeah, and then we tie.
And then we tie. If they roll a 3 on Zimbabwe, then we have no chance to get Africa Dom back without a coup of our own. Right?
Yeah, and then I think maybe we tie there too.
Well, no, because then they coup Uruguay.
Maybe.
Then they coup Uruguay, and if they break presence there, now we could have used China to go Uruguay. If they rolled anything better than a 3, if they rolled a 3 or better in Uruguay, we couldn't get presence back in South America. If they rolled a 2, we could have gone 1 Uruguay, 1 Nicaragua, break Middle East, and gotten the tie.
Well, That's not the way it happened. So we win.
What a one on Zimbabwe.
Anything but a.
Yep. If they roll if they roll a 2 on Zimbabwe, we can tie. If they roll a 3, yeah.
Justin, you know what? It's just like I always say, West African states for the win.
West African states for the win. Unbelievable. West African states. Are you shitting me? Oh my god.
All right. Yeah, I want to go to bed.
I mean, maybe we fucked up by letting them take Egypt.
Yeah, I'm sure that we could analyze
We
this.
probably we could have used China. We probably should have used China to take Egypt, Lebanon, and Nicaragua right there. But you know what? That's fine. That the China play enabled us to have a guaranteed 5 VP play available to us. So anyway, I think it's bedtime. A lot to dissect here. Not our best game by any means, but we got it done by 1 in final. Any final thoughts on this one before we go to bed? I will not be sleeping for a while.
I want this to be over, and I never want to think about this game again.
Yep, that is how I feel as well. All right, well, thanks everybody for watching. That gets us to 2-2 in the U.S. Cup. We are still in it with games against Virginia and Texas still to play. But we are still on life support in the U.S. Cup. Still have a chance to make the playoffs. So hope you'll join us for those games when they happen. But until next time, for Ted Livermore, this is Justin Abramson. That was fun, but now it's done. So long, everybody.